guys, so we're back with Raging Demons RPG, and that is not the current time, that is how long it took me to do up these skills for my character, start to finish. That's writing them all down. Actually, I'll explain it. Alright, so, my OCC, my class, the CS Grunt, the Coalition's war machine, that I am such a proud member of. They are assigned a pretty basic jack-of-all-trades kind of skill list. So it gives you a bit of everything. You got some piloting in there. You've got some physical skills that already gave me bodybuilding. So I already knew my character was going to be a little bit more beefed up. Strength went up just a tad. And it also added to my STC as a result. So, and I didn't take a whole lot of physicals when it actually gave me the option for skills, because I knew my character was going to be more of an intellectual, kind of role play his alignment, sort of. Very much schemer, definitely doesn't want to do anything in the military anymore. He's very much just trying to weasel his way through his minimum term of service to retire and get himself some real fat cash. So, I mean, I took a kind of a more well-rounded career as a military professional, and it allowed you to do so. In the basic skill list, there's, it's safe to say, about 24 skills that you're going to get by the end. And the OCC skills themselves, the class skills are inflexible, period. They are set for you to give you the groundwork of what every single one of these grunts is going to have. However, it gives you a slot for OCC related skills, which gives you the categories you can choose those skills from, and it puts exceptions to any skills that it believes you probably wouldn't have anything to do with. For example, it basically told me that when it comes to mechanical, because of my class, I can only take basic or automotive mechanics, or both. I chose both. I figured with the post-apocalyptic world of Rifts Earth, cars need to be fixed, and every party has them, and basic mechanical functions need to be worked on as well. I mean, I certainly couldn't repair your mecha from top to bottom, but if she's got a bad servo or gyro or any sort of motivator, you know, an engine part, anything that needs to be basically just maintained, I can do that. But I can't do a full rebuild. I'm not that proficient. So I just tried to get inside the mind of my character a little bit. So what I did to optimize the skill taking time, like I said, that was only 17 minutes. And that was with a lot of reading and trying to really, remind myself what half of this stuff even means. Because I wanted to be able to explain to you guys more succinctly and not completely talk out of my back end. So, let me go ahead and turn on a light here. Now you'll notice my character sheet has changed quite a bit. It's a little bit more filled out. This is the skills chunk. I separated it by OCC and OCC related, just for, this is just the way I arrange things, so that way we can kind of figure out the skills breakdown. Also, the reason why it's so cluttered is because instead of erasing a lot of this stuff like I normally would, I kept it, so that way I can explain things more bit by bit. Skills are all percentage based for the most part. Those that aren't give you bonuses to, say, your physical stature, SDC, your combat ability, and those are treated in like a combative way or like a stats modifying kind of way. So for example, let's take bodybuilding. It does not have a percentage. It basically just told me that I went through bodybuilding as a character. And what it allowed me to do is I basically up my strength. So I used to have the strength of 9, ups it by 2, so I'm up to 11. And also it increased my SDC from 20 to 30, so I'm a little bit tougher, I'm a well-rounded out soldier. I'm still nowhere near exceptional, which is 16 and above. As well, I have running, which was given to me in the OCC. So, once again, I'm not choosing these particular physicals to min-max my character. This is what's custom. This is what's locked in. You have to look it up. This is part of your character. So running allowed me to it ups my STC again, and also my speed is modified. So it gives you an additional 4 die 4 to your speed, and another 1d6 to your STC. I rolled a 6, I got 36, and for my speed, I only got an 8 on 4 die 4. Didn't do that well, so 18 speed. Again, speed isn't counted like most stats, so that didn't actually put me into exceptional. That just put me into a different speed category. So I guess I can outrun the nasty a little bit better than I used to. Now, what the interesting part is that that's the standardized portion of your character. Oh, also it gave me an option. I had to select one weapon proficiency of choice and choose my hand-to-hand. Now, weapon proficiencies, anybody can pick up a gun according to Rifts rules, but they cannot perform certain actions with them. Also, they don't get any bonuses. So, I got standard issue energy pistol, energy rifle. These are mega damage weapons. They're energy based. It gives me a +1 to use these in combat. It doesn't stack with any to strike bonuses or anything. This is strictly +1 to use these weapons as well. So I also selected mega damage heavy weapons as my of choice, because it also includes, I can't lift a lot of the heavier one-man weapons, but I can use now turret-based weaponry, which would be good if you got a vehicle that involves turrets. And considering they give you as a standard skill within the CS current class, tank and APC, I think it might be beneficial to be able to use a turret. So moving right down, you get a choice to choose your hand-to-hand. Hand-to-hand, it's not everybody can punch. I mean, everybody can punch, everybody can kick, everybody can bite, everybody can headbutt, yada yada yada. This is the actual martial art. And I don't mean Western or Eastern. I mean basically hand-to-hand combat. Basic is what they give you, which is, of course, you're in the military. You were trained how to fight hand-to-hand on a very rudimentary level, self-defense. Now, what you can do at the expense of 2 skills, OCC-related skills, which you have to choose later. So, the game is already going to give you 7. I chose to upgrade my hand-to-hand to be more conducive with the kind of character I'm going to be playing. He's not a bruiser, so I went with hand-to-hand assassin. It's a little bit like the Jason Bourne type hand-to-hand. Intelligence agencies use this type of hand-to-hand. It's very precise. There's some special abilities in every hand-to-hand, and they actually have a very detailed section in the book itself. So when you're first getting your character started up, you want to have to read through each hand-to-hand that you have available and see which one best fits your character. Now, because I sacrificed the 2 OCC-related skills to get the hand-to-hand assassin upgraded from the hand-to-hand basic, I now only had 5 OCC-related skills to choose, which is fine. And I took some stuff that I felt would be necessary in a post-apocalyptic world. I took cooking. Now, yeah, I know a lot of people harp on the whole taking cooking thing, but it's pretty essential, especially if you're not wanting to be a character that lives out of MREs, which are, if you're not familiar with military jargon, that's meals ready to eat. So cooking is actually pretty good. Especially, never know, I might decide to play this grunt as the platoon cook. Okay, auto mechanics I took, along with basic mechanics. Like I said, good to have those. First aid was an option. I like the idea of being able to tend to my own wounds. Just saying. Don't need a medic. That'd be fantastic. And Card Sharp. I figured he's a conniving little bugger. He's probably going ahead and doing some pretty unsavory, non-military type stuff. So Card Sharp is definitely something I wanted to take to kind of keep with my character's rough outline. So that's the skills list. Like I said, it took only 17 minutes, 57 seconds. And I'm going to bring that up real close for you guys because the date, oh, you can't really see that well. Okay, the date and time hadn't really changed. So, you know I didn't just fudge the numbers. So, just under 18 minutes, start to finish, looked through this character, created him. Now, you can chalk that up to my familiarity with the system, but honestly, I haven't touched it in about 7 years, character creation-wise. I mean, that's a long time for any gaming system. So, not bad. Like I said, you can do a character in under half an hour if you really want to. That's it for skills. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next very exciting section, which is going to be equipment and getting all that stuff figured out. Skills are going to increase as you go through the game, and I'm going to explain that in the next video a little bit more succinctly before we move on into the equipment buying and basically doing a walkthrough of the equipment, the arms and armament of the Rifts RPG. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching this lovely Cinco de Mayo evening. I hope you're having a cerveza with your favorite señorita or señor, and you have yourself a fantastic evening, and don't forget, keep those dice a-rolling. I'll see you guys later.